Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is no longer a rumor as Taifa Leo newspaper is coming out to give their publication of the Nation Media Group, as the reports are that the cabinet ministers of William Samoei Ruto have been handing in their resignation letters due to frustration by President William Ruto. And even in the cabinet, the fear is gone and the clouds are still gathering, as what we are literally watching and seeing is that things are not good. According to the Taifa Leo newspaper, as I want to display on the screen, says, and I think I should read it in Kiswahili, says that it has been written by Wanderi Kamau, says, duru zimeeleza kuwa baadhi ya waziri katika serikali ya Rais William Ruto wametamaushwa na hali ya kudodora kwa uchumi wa nchi, ambapo sasa wamepanga kujiuzulu. Ripoti zimeeleza baadhi ya hata wamewasilisha barua za kujiuzulu kwa Rais William Ruto, ingawa amezikataa. Kulingana na duru hizo, mwishoni mwa mwaka uliopita, Rais Ruto aliripotiwa kukataa barua ya kujiuzulu ya waziri wa fedha, Profesa Njuguna Ndung'u. Kufika mwishoni mwa mwaka uliopita, waziri Ndung'u aliwasilisha barua ya kujiuzulu. Inaripotiwa kwamba amesikitishwa na mkondo ambao nchi imechukua na hataki kuchukua lawama, zikaelezea duru. Now, that is what the Taifa Leo is coming out to tell us. But as we go deeply, I want to say it might not be a story, and again, it might not be the way Raila Odinga came out calling for the resignation of the CS of Treasury, that is CS Njuguna Ndung'u, as William Ruto is coming out to reject the letter. We are being told that resignation is loading as a bigger percentage of CSS in KK regime. They are feeling like they are being frustrated, they are being blackmailed, and what they are trying to do, as for them, they know they are able cabinet ministers who are going to deliver towards the promises that they had during the campaign. So I think William Ruto is a man that, for me, it will be so difficult. It is going to be difficult for him to deliver, because one thing I told you in different videos, that the mistake that William Ruto did was to come out and appoint bigger percentage of his cabinet ministers to be politicians. For example, let us look at these politicians. Aisha Jumwa is a cabinet minister. She is a politician. When look at Eden Duale, is the cabinet minister of Defense Forces. He is a politician. In fact, he was elected member of parliament. Before he was appointed the cabinet minister of Defense Forces, he resigned. And now the by-election was to be conducted there. But now, when you look at also again the cabinet minister of Agriculture is a politician, Minthika Linturi. When look at the cabinet minister of Health, Nahumisha, is a politician. When you look at all the PSS, you look at the chairperson of boards, parastatals, you will understand that these people are politicians. If William Ruto could have come out to realize that to run a country, he must at least identify technocrats. You know, technocrats, these are individuals that usually they don't play politics. They usually play kind of economic agendas most of the time. They usually don't involve themselves in politics. And when you look at even their ministries, they usually don't come out to comment even politics or do politics. They usually do whatever entails them. And they usually don't love politics. A bigger percentage of technocrats. I'm not saying that some of them don't play politics. Some of them usually do politics. But now, look at the CS Ndung'u. CS Ndung'u is a cabinet minister of treasury. CS Ndumu is not a politician. He's a kind of technocrat. But when you look at other bigger percentage of cabinet ministers of William Ruto, they are politicians. Wamejaza pale. People like Aisha Juma, hawajui hata nini wanafanya pale. They don't know. They don't know what they're doing. And it's something that I told you. When that, at that time, they were being vetted in the National Assembly. I told you here, if this is going to be a mistake, it's a mistake that now coming out to appoint people like Aisha Juma. Hawajielewi. Hata hawajui nini ministry yao inafanya nini, they don't know. When look at several even principal secretaries, hawajui kazi zao, ni kukaa tu na kula mshahara. So the problem that William Ruto is going to pass, despite of him coming out very clear, robust, eloquent on how he's going to deliver his plans, which for me, it is not going to be successful, because according to my wide range research, I have realized that these people are going to fail William Ruto. And how ndio macho ya William Ruto kwa hizi ministries? Do you remember that time the William Ruto was having his meeting with the CSS in Nairobi, and what he told them is that it will be so shameful for him as a president to understand whatever is happening in their ministries, which for them they don't understand. What was the signal there is that William Ruto had already started complaining that a bigger percentage of his cabinet ministers were not understanding what they are doing, including principal secretaries. So kile ambacho kinafanyika is that this resignation that is coming as the CS of Treasury is coming out to signify is that there is a lot of frustration. That is number one. Number two, there is a force of blackmail coming from William Samoei Ruto, together with Rigathi Gachagua. So they don't have that conducive environment for them to come out and work. They don't have. And if any case they have, these are cabinet ministers, people like Kipchumba Murkomen, wenye wanajua William Ruto ni kabila yao, and they do understand that William Ruto can't do anything for them. And that is why these cabinet ministers whom are the same tribe with William Ruto, people like Davis Chichiro of Energy, Cabinet Minister of Road, Infrastructure and Transport, that is Kipchumba Murkomen, and other cabinet ministers who are challenging. They usually do what they do. Why? Because they know William Ruto hakuna kitu atawafanyia. Ni mtu yao. Na hata kama kuna shida huwa wanaongea kilugha na ni nyumbani. So these other cabinet ministers are feeling like they are being frustrated, and what their thoughts are is literally exposing what is going to happen as days goes by. And I know not only in Njuguna Ndugu, many of them are going to resign. Afadhali waende hata wengine sasa tukiongea. Those who are elected wana regret. They're regretting. They wish they knew that zile position walichaguliwa kama members of parliament, senators, wangewacha tu wafanye kazi kama hiyo. At least they could have been having powers. Wangekuwa na power, you know. But because gari zao zikuwa na bendera, umejua ni sifa to sifa fulani hapo. So what they were looking forward was that flag in their vehicles, of course. So ladies and gentlemen, perhaps it might not be, let me say, it will not take a lot of time before things come to reality. Tunangoja tu vile maneno kinaenda kuendelea, because William Ruto already amesha kwa confused with everything. Hakuna vile president atakuja ambia wananchi, we are busy collecting more taxes so that we can borrow. We cannot borrow, rather. Then on the other side, this man is borrowing. Na pesa pia taxes zinakolektiwa. Na pesa hakuna hata civil servants wanakosa hata mshahara. What will you tell people? That is the question. What will you tell the people? Because already you told Kenyans, hustlers, branding them hustlers, mama mboga and boda people, that we are not going to borrow. We are going to collect more taxes so that we can run our country with our taxes. But just yesterday, the IMF, International Monetary Fund, came out approving 150 billion Kenya shillings for William Ruto's government. Na in this period of time in William Ruto ameshakuwa president, kwa coffer, they came out saying the coffer of the government was empty. But at the same time the coffer of the government is empty, they are receiving taxes. They are receiving loans. Na hii kukopa kwao sasa almost inafika at let me say 4 trillion Kenya shillings. So I think William Ruto is failing terribly, and as much as we are concerned, things might not be on his favor. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till we meet on another video.